Good morning, everyone. I wanted to take a moment very quickly to just run through again how to build some fun images on your drive in Google Images. So here we go. So if you are in your drive, right? So to get to your drive, you would go to your quilt squares over here and hit drive. You could just simply go to new and then over, look at this, Google Drawings right at the top. So you hit Google Drawings, okay, and you can title your drawing. I will call this Friday Feels, because that's where I'm at. And once you get that named, you can start plopping in all of your stuff. So it's always nice to kind of think about a background. Now you could do a shape background just by clicking on the shapes icon and kind of choosing what you want. I'm always game for a good 2 rectangle start. So I'm just going to put 2 rectangles with sort of complementary colors here. So maybe I'll leave that fill color, or maybe I can even go into a different shade of blue. Then I'm going to make another square over here. So I'm going to go over here, go to shapes, over again to my square thing, click and drag and make another rectangle to fill this side. And didn't make that one quite big enough, did I? Let me show you how to make it bigger. Just click and drag. And for this one, I will do orange. There you go. Fun. So then you can start to think about your text, what it is you want to message to kids. Maybe the goal, the agenda for the day, or maybe just some images to get their heads wrapped around something that you've got going on in terms of concept. So I always like to start with Bitmoji, and as you know, Dr. Malone is my Bitmoji spirit animal. So I can click on my Bitmoji extension because I have loaded it in here, and I could say, well, let's see, maybe I want to go with the search for Friday and see what pops up. So maybe I want this one. So simple way to do that is literally just to click and drag over. So I can bring that up here. As you can see, this is a transparent file. It's like a PNG, which means it's nice to play with because there's no background that'll make it look like you just plopped it in. So I could kind of make that fit in here and be like, okay, I'm going to put this in up here and then keep him here. And then maybe I'll put some text at the bottom and then the list of things to do here. Okay, whatever works, right? So if I wanted to put something in here, because I know someone asked about cropping something, if I wanted to just use like the word thanks, or if I wanted to simply just get Dr. Malone's head and not good day, I could do that by simply going, it's just a cheat. Again, this is kind of like the poor man's Photoshop. I could just go like this, drag and drop it in, and then use the crop tool. So right now it's selected. So up at the top here, you have crop image. You can use that, click on it, and then it gives this black square. I can either crop it so that it's just Dr. Malone, if that's what I want, and hit enter. Or if I just wanted the thanks word, I would just crop upward and leave the thanks in. Once I'm done, I hit enter, and it, voila, made all that stuff disappear that I didn't want. So let's, if I wanted him here too, or you wanted yourself here, or whatever you were doing, you could do that. Now, you can make them bigger or smaller just by clicking and dragging. If you click and drag in one direction, it's going to make you look really weird. So I would strongly suggest that you not do that. To drop a shadow, I'm a big fan of shadows. Don't ask me why, but anything that you have selected can have a shadow added behind it for realistic effects. Just go to Format Options and go down to Drop Shadow. Whee! And presto changeo. Once you click on Drop Shadow, you can even be more specific about, like, I'm not a huge fan of a hugely transparent shadow. The more you distance it, the more you can see it. See now? See now? And then changing the angle can help if you want it in a certain way, right? And then you can also do blur radius, which just makes it blurry or not blurry. So super fun, right? Poor man's Photoshop. There you go. to put a text block in here, like if I wanted to make it look like he had something going on that was wordsy and important over here, I could even click on my shapes again and do like a call out shape. These are fun. So I could do a square call out shape down here by clicking and dragging my call out shape. But now guess what? The call out little triangle's down at the bottom. Well, that doesn't make any sense. So you can actually click on it and bring it up here, move it, and make it look like it's coming from him. Just kind of get your angle right. There you go. Boom. Okay. I can leave it light blue. I can change it, whatever I want to do. You can also drop a shadow on this bad boy if you want to. It's all up to you. So there's that. I'm going to click on text box, click and drag the size of my text box. Okay. Get this out of here. And I can write what I need to write. How's everyone doing? Yeah, it wasn't in there. Just kidding. Let's get on. Let's think about what we need to plan for as we head into the weekend. Tuesday begins a new week of learning for, oh my God, is that C cohort again? It's C cohort, so for A and C cohorts. Okay, so of course the font is hideous, so we're going to change that. So we can select it. I'm a big fan of Fredoka one, because why not? And then put that in here, make it a little bit bigger. Maybe we even want to do a little centering, because I always like a blurb that is centered. Now we can kind of play with how big we can possibly get it to make it efficient in this box. So I think that's pretty good. Try to stay away from the absolute bottom of the page because sometimes it gets a little ripped off. Okay, so I don't even know if I need the how's everyone doing thing. It's kind of a rhetorical question. Okay, I can say happy Friday. And then here I could add another blurb. So let me kind of put a shadow on this one. So again, let's review. Drop shadow. I like to change the transparency. Sometimes change the distance too, just to kind of make it look like it belongs where it belongs. I'm going to distance it a little bit more. Oh, not that much. Okay. And then I'll blur it a little bit. Make it look like the other one. My angle is way off. Make it more like over here. Okay, that's good. And then if I wanted Dr. Malone saying something else over here, I could blurb that out on that side. Once you're done, right, you would either download this as a JPEG and put it wherever you needed it to, or if you wanted to share it somewhere, you could share it here. Okay. But I'm a big fan of just the simple file, download, JPEG. So once I do that, comes out over here. And then if I'm putting it in a classroom, or so I'll go to my K through 5 classroom, I can put it in here. Okay. I wonder if I can just drag and drop. Nope, not on this bad boy. So I could then add it. either from my drive, a file, whatever. So I could put it in as a file and search for it and do it that way. Okay? Okay. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Friday Feels Google Drawings. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to shut down my Screencastify. I'm also teaching you how to use Screencastify at the same time.